KSDK-TV St. Louis. From Eyewitness News Central, here's the 1020 report.
1022. Good evening to you. Welcome. Some headlines for you at this time. Both the St. Louis Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys needed help from a good tight end. Well, the Super Bowl champion Cowboys have signed Jackie Smith, an all-time Cardinal great, who was turned down earlier in the season by the Cardinal front office. Jay Randolph broke that story for us today here in town, and he will have full details at 10. Methyl bromide, the poison that may have caused the deaths and illnesses in Peevely, has been found in stolen insulation stored in the Boyer home. We'll have details of those stories, all the late news, sports, and weather for you tonight at 10 here on Channel 5.
That's confidence. The Tonight Show is coming up next with host Joan Rivers, and William Shatner will be a guest. We'll be back tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.
The KSDK News Update is brought to you by Carlson Olds.
Former St. Francis County Judge Gary Black and two other men have been indicted in a federal drug case. And no matter what else you might have heard anyplace else, Channel 5 has learned that the radar guns being used by the Missouri Highway Patrol are good and are perfectly legal under FCC rules. Tony Glavin was named the MVP in the All-Star game for soccer tonight, won by the West 9-5. Jay Randolph will have some highlights of that. And Dave Murray will tell us to expect sharply cooler temperatures tomorrow. Join us for late news, weather, and sports at 10 tonight.
This is KSDK, Channel 5 St. Louis, first in information. And now, complete coverage of today's news, weather, and sports. This is 5 on 5 with Dick Ford and Jennifer Blome.
Well, good evening. This is our night on 5 on 5 to focus on entertainment.
And now, Channel 5, Eyewitness News at noon. Channel 5, KSDK, St. Louis. And now, Channel 5, Eyewitness News at 5 on 5. Channel 5, KSDK, St. Louis. And now, Channel 5, Eyewitness News at 6.
Two children are dead tonight after a Central West End house fire. Good evening, everybody. I'm Stan Stovall.
And I'm Karen Foss. St. Louis.
Channel 5, KSDK, St. Louis. And now, Channel 5 Eyewitness News Update.
Ridner School District parents are dealing with
This is a Channel 5 Eyewitness News Update.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Stan Stovall. Coming up tonight at 10 o'clock, how St. Louis and America celebrated July 4th. We'll have live reports from the BP Fair, including coverage of the fair's fireworks show. We'll also take you to New York, where organizers of Liberty Weekend are promising a history-making fireworks spectacular. We'll have highlights from today's events at the BP Fair, including the popular air show. And meteorologist Bob Richards will report live from the fair and tell us what kind of weather we can expect this weekend. In other news, we'll have details on a proposal to build a dome stadium in downtown St. Louis. Today, organizers released a model of that proposed building. Another nursing home was under fire from the state, and 1920s singing idol Rudy Valley dies at the age of 84. Details on these stories and more on the Eyewitness News Update at 10.
Channel 5, KSDK, St. Louis. And now, Channel 5 Eyewitness News today in St. Louis.
It is 47 degrees outside on this Friday, October the 23rd, and we're looking east, live through our eye on St. Louis. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jennifer Blome. Tom O'Neill is on assignment this morning.
Channel 5, KSDK, St. Louis. And now, Channel 5 Eyewitness News Today in St. Louis, early edition. Channel 5, KSDK, St. Louis. And now, Channel 5 Eyewitness News Today in St. Louis.
Thunder, lightning, and a little rain will be darkening our skies this morning.
Channel 5, KSDK, St. Louis. And now, Channel 5 Eyewitness News at 6.
Channel 5, KSDK St. Louis, now 24 hours a day. This is News Channel 5 Daybreak.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jennifer Blome.
And I'm Art Holliday. This is News.
Channel 5, KSDK St. Louis. This is News Channel 5 Today in St. Louis. Daybreak.
Channel 5, KSDK, St. Louis. Now 24 hours a day. This is News Channel 5 at 10.
Really with you guys at all.
Tempers flare tonight in Deloach.
From Channel 5, KSDK, St. Louis, where the news comes first. This is News Channel 5 Today in St. Louis at 6.
Good morning. I'm Art Holliday.
And I'm Kay Quinn. Jennifer Blome has them tonight on News Channel 5 at 6.
I'm Matush Galindo in California, Missouri, where one of the victims from Monday night's shooting spree was laid to rest. I'll have a live report.
I'm Mike Owens reporting from Scott Air Force Base, Illinois. MAC, TAC, and SAC are combining, and the combination of those abbreviations can mean big money for this area. Details coming up next.
And it was only a matter of time. A company is making a killing off the fear of AIDS.
From Channel 5, KSDK, St. Louis. This is News Channel 5 at 6.
Full honors today for a Montauk County Reserve deputy shot down Monday night when a gunman went on a killing.
From Channel 5, KSDK, St. Louis, where the news comes first. This is News Channel 5 at 10. From Channel 5, KSDK, St. Louis, where the news comes first. This is News Channel 5 at 10.
As thousands of motorists hit the road for the Memorial Day weekend, police step up their war on drunk driving. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rick Edlund.
And I'm Dan Gray. Karen Foss has the night off tonight.
You're watching News Channel 5, where the news comes first.
Good evening, I'm Karen Foss.
And I'm Dan Gray. Rebuilding the Chesterfield levee gets top priority tonight, but will it be enough to keep businesses from leaving the valley?
President Clinton heads for his summer vacation, but is no vacation for some of his new neighbors.
And in the Mexican rainforest, a St. Louisans' vacation becomes a fight for survival.
Those stories tonight at 10 after The Fugitive.
It's noon, and you're watching Channel 5, KSDK, St. Louis, where the news comes first. With Jennifer Blome, Art Holliday, and Mary Beth Roble, this is News Channel 5.
The Supreme Court has expanded the use of drug testing in public schools.
It's 5 p.m. and you're watching Channel 5 KSDK St. Louis, where the news comes first. With Kay Quinn, Jeff Fowler, Scott Connell, and Malcolm Briggs. This is News Channel 5.
Let the festivities begin.
It's 10 p.m. and you're watching Channel 5 KSDK St. Louis, where the news comes first. This is News Channel 5.
Tonight's Dateline NBC has a St. Louis connection concentrating on a parasite in drinking water, which has been found before in the St. Louis area. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dan Gray in for Rick Edlin.
And I'm Karen Foss. Thank you for joining us tonight.
You're watching News Channel 5 at 10, where the news comes first.
St. Louis doctors perform a medical miracle by giving a youngster his second lung transplant. Good evening.
You're watching News Channel 5 at 10 with Karen Foss, Rick Edlin, Paul Goodlow, and Mike Bush. And on the night beat, Deanne Lane, Dan Gray, and Ruth Ezell. You're watching News Channel 5 at 10, where the news comes first.
Strong criminal accusations tonight against a St. Louis school principal. Police say the longtime educator attempted to sexually abuse students at an elementary school. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Our top story tonight,
This is News Channel 5 at noon with Art Holliday, Jennifer Blum, Kelly Jackson, and John Fuller. This is News Channel 5 at 6. Teachers. This is News Channel 5 at 6 with Deanne Lane, Dan Gray, John Fuller, and Mike Bush. This is News Channel 5 at 10 with Karen Foss, Dan Gray, Cindy Pressler, and Mike Bush. And on the night beat, Deanne Lane and Steve Jankowski.
Now from News Channel 5.
Good afternoon. In the news at this hour, the St. Louis Fire Department is investigating a possible chemical spill at Washington University's medical school. It happened inside a pressurized lab near McKinley and Taylor. At least one man was injured.
And after 22 years as principal, a well-known educator in the St. Louis area decides to retire. Join us for these stories and more tonight on News Channel 5.
This News Channel 5 update was sponsored by Frederick Roofing.
Getting a new addition to their family. I'm meteorologist Mike Roberts. It's the last weekend of April, and it's going to be fantastic. I'll have your forecast. The news starts now.
This is News Channel 5, today in St. Louis.
Good morning. It's Saturday, April the 26th, and our top story this morning. A pickup crash in Franklin County has killed 3 teenagers there.
This is News Channel 5, today in St. Louis, where the news comes first. With Randy Jackson and meteorologist Mike Roberts.
If television was ever invented for somebody, it was invented for him.
Tonight, reaction from those who knew Johnny Carson best, including St. Louis native Stan Can. Plus, what fire investigators believe caused a Brooklyn, Illinois nightclub to go up in flames.
Temperatures in the 20s this evening and tonight, and we warm up during the week. I'll have your forecast at 10.
The Schicker Automotive Group, featuring McMahon Ford, McMahon Lincoln Mercury, and McMahon Pontiac GMC.
You're watching News Channel 5 at 10 in high definition with Deanne Lane, Mike Bush, Chief Meteorologist Cindy Pressler, and Sports Director Rennie Knott. From your Olympic station, this is a News Channel 5 late edition.
Good morning.
In high definition, this is News Channel 5 today in St. Louis. In high definition, this is News Channel 5, where the news comes first.
It wouldn't hurt to have a break, and we're hoping that this reward will provide that break.
In high definition, this is News Channel 5, where the news comes first.
It's been more than 4 years.
You're watching News Channel 5, where the news comes first.
Happening now, the search for 3 men who invaded a home overnight.
You're watching News Channel 5, where the news comes first.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Casey Nolan in for Mike Bush, and
you're watching News Channel 5, where the news comes first.
Right now on News Channel 5 at noon, overnight violence in downtown St.
You're watching News Channel 5, where the news comes first.
Good evening, everyone. Here is a live look downtown. Hot.
You're watching News Channel 5, where the news comes first.
Well, good morning to you. It is Wednesday, August 19th. I'm Nicole Burley.
And I'm Pat McGonigal. Thanks so much for starting your Wednesday morning here with us, man. Scott Connell said we were going to get some weather and...
You're watching News Channel 5 on your side.
Next at 5, an epic battle on the ice at Busch. The Blues crushed the Blackhawks 4-1 in front of us.
Cold air has returned to the bi-state area, and even a few snowflakes in the forecast later today. We'll get you caught up on what to expect for your Wednesday ahead.
Some local heroes getting the thanks they deserve. The reason Governor Brightens will be in St. Louis today.
The battle over President Trump's immigration ban is heating up.
Some things are law, and I'm all in favor of that. And some things are common sense. This is common sense.
Just how soon we could get a landmark decision from the Court of Appeals.
And celebrating 70 years.
Thanks, Scott. I don't know if there'll be any donuts left.
Don't do that to me.
We're taking a look back at some of the best moments in Today in St. Louis's history.
From 5 on your side, this is Today in St. Louis.
And good morning to you. It's Wednesday, February 8th. I'm Alexandra Corey.
And I'm Rennie Knott. Thank you. Good.
How a 10-year-old is saving strangers 2 months after his death.
A young pastor honored. The St. Louis community remembers a young father and someone who called for peace during the Ferguson unrest.
Healthcare fight. The Republican plan to replace Obamacare is no longer a secret. Why members of the GOP are pushing back against their own bill.
Dorm days, how Mizzou is giving fans the chance to relive their college life. Your news starts now.
St. Louis's #1 10 p.m. newscast. This is 5 on your side.
It's been a...
St. Louis's #1 evening newscast. This is 5 on your side.
A heartbroken mother is giving thanks for an arrest after months of worrying it would never come. Good evening, I'm Casey Nolan.
And I'm Christina Coleman. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
It's that time of year. No, not the holidays. I mean, flu season. You either have it or you're trying to avoid getting it. I have some advice that'll keep you healthy.
Turkey, wine, stuffing, you name it. All the holiday food may feel worth the bite at first, but all the eating and drinking can end up with a trip to the doctor's office.
68 degrees on Christmas, but how will this stack up to past Christmases? I will let you know.
You know those at-home DNA tests? Maybe you've even taken one yourself, but now the Pentagon is sending a special warning about them.
You're watching Today in St. Louis.
Good morning, everybody. It's Christmas Eve. I'm Rennie Knott.
And I'm Savannah Louie, filling in for Allie Corey. You know she's out celebrating the holidays with her family. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you're with some of your family members as well.
Yeah. 5 on your side, St. Louis's #1 6 p.m. newscast.
We're following a developing story at 6. A man is in custody whom police say fired shots on I-270 near the Dorset exit in Maryland Heights. Traffic was backed up for miles. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Casey Nolan.
And I'm Christina Coleman. At 5 on your side's Rachel Minitoff is live where all of that commotion took place. Rachel?
It's the official start of summer, and we're looking at some summertime thunderstorms. Another round of wet weather headed our way. I'll let you know when it may hit your neighborhood tonight.
Missouri could be going on a bear hunt.
We wouldn't want females removed from the landscape. The males, yes.
Why the state thinks the controversial idea could be necessary. And we're asking you what you think.
Using the longest day of the year to advocate for Alzheimer's.
I can still make a difference, and I can be an example for other people.
The signs you should watch out for in your loved ones.
5 on your side, St. Louis's #1 6 p.m. newscast.
We are kicking off the official start to summer in a very summery way with yet another round of storms. Good evening, I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Art Holliday. Chief Meteorologist Craig Moeller is tracking it all for us tonight. What should we look for, Craig?
We had some heavier storms out to the east. Those are kind of pushing out, but we still have.
The rain is finally letting up after a pretty soggy Saturday.
Indeed, this is in Forest Park where things are looking very green in the rain. Good evening, I'm Casey Nolan.
And I'm Morgan Young. Thanks for joining us.
It's Sunday, May 19th, 2019. This is 5 on your side at 10. Blues fans, go crazy. The Blues are heading back to St. Louis for Game 6. How they're now just one win away from playing for the Stanley Cup. A fun day at the Creek takes a deadly turn.
Things like this, they can be avoided if you're careful and you follow those no trespassing posted signs.
A teenage girl killed by a train. Why paying attention to warning signs might have made all the difference.
I worked hard all my life. You know, that's money that you've taken from me that he didn't work for. I did.
Scammed out of thousands of dollars. Businesses in Festus say one man swindled them all.
We've been scared. We've been scared. Even before they was in her house, she told them that she was scared.
This morning, outrage is growing in Illinois, hours after a disturbing body camera video shows the moment a deputy shoots an unarmed woman. Ahead, how this incident can affect us all, particularly in the black community.
Another UAW strike in Wentzville. Why Lear Corps employees are on the picket line right now and how it's impacting the General Motors plant.
Not only should you resign, if you refuse to do so, President Biden needs to fire you.
Head of the Secret Service in the hot seat. The 3 things you need to know after lawmakers call for her resignation.
A few rain chances as we head through the week, but our pattern does break going into the weekend as temperatures cool down before they heat up.
Sport climbing gets a sequel in Paris.
So Michelle and I gave it a try.
Oh, that was okay.
Team USA.
How you can learn this newer Olympic sport right here in the Bi-State.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
I really felt like I took one for the team there. I mean,
yeah,
just
you truly did.
all kinds of.
This is 5 on your side at noon, focused on you.
Breaking at noon, U.S. Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle has resigned. She stepped down about 2 hours ago after widespread calls for her to do so. Just yesterday, she testified before a congressional committee about the attempted assassination of Donald Trump.
This is 5 on your side at 4, focused on you.
We begin at 4 with breaking news in Jefferson County. Within the past 30 minutes, a man's body has been
This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
New tonight, the family of Sonia Massey wants to know why dispatchers believe she died by suicide. Their calls for action come one day after body camera video.
This is 5 on your side at 6. Focused on you.
We begin with breaking news. In the last 15 minutes, charges were announced in a church shooting. Derek Williams is charged with assault.
Right now on 5 on your side at 10.
This is our community.
Amen.
And we want justice for Sonia Massey.
Justice for Sonia Massey.
Growing calls for justice and accountability tonight in central Illinois following the release of body cam footage showing the moments an Illinois sheriff's deputy shot and killed a black woman inside her own home. Tonight, that deputy is charged with murder. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson.
You're watching News Channel 5, St. Louis's #1 5 o'clock newscast.
Weather with Cindy Pressler, only on News Channel 5.